Today I guess I'm working alone, but I got most of the stuff taken off of the engine so that there's nothing connecting the engine to the chassis except the steering, which is right there. So it looks like I just got to take off this one bolt right on the end here. Can't see that. Let's turn on the camera. So right there on the end, there. So I gotta take out that bolt, and then the steering should disconnect correctly, and everything else should be undone from the engine bay, and the brakes are undone, so it should be all ready to go. I've decided that I'm going to take the front end down separate from the back end just for ease of use. So that means I get to drain the transmission fluid, so it's got a little drain plug there, so that's nice. And then take off those 2 or 4 nuts that hold the torque arm on. There's 4 on the front and 4 on the back, and then take out the drive line, and then I should be able to drop the front separately from the back, and then I can put it back together once I get it down. So that's what I'm going to work on today. So the steering joint is a 13mm on this car. That's weird. So now that's loose. I'm going to leave the bolt in there. Hopefully it'll just slide off whenever I pull it, when I drop it down. Is that? That's just some type of plastic thing, so I think that'll be okay. So there isn't a cross member back here, so this is gonna like tilt way back whenever I try and let it down. So maybe I should move the jacks and put the jack stand under the back part of this. So that's what I'll do. That's probably good enough to keep it from leaking when I pull the drive shaft out. So I'll put the plug back in and get on with this. Oh, that's not quite tall enough. Okay, there. Now that's held up. We gotta take out that one last bolt for the frame, or the torque bar. I wish this camera would stay positioned. Whoa. Okay, that's out. Nice thick aluminum piece. So now, oh, look at that. I'm missing a drive shaft bolt. That's really cool. How'd that happen? So that's a 14mm. So I need a 14mm, something to hold the other side. Maybe. last bolt just won't come out all the way. There we go. Now, hopefully we don't lose all of our juices up here, wherever the front of that is. You can't really see it from there, I guess. Maybe if I pull it. No fluid pouring out. Oh, there's the fluid. Ah! Of course, I spill it all over everything, trying to get that over here. Beautiful. Okay, so now if I lower this down a little bit, it'll probably leak some more out the end. Maybe not. Oops. So that doesn't hang down too far. So now I gotta take out some bolts up here to be these 3 on each, or 4 on each side for that cross piece, because it, well, actually maybe I only have to take out this one. No, this one probably goes up into the frame right there, so I gotta take out these 2 probably, and then that can probably stay on there. And then there's these 2 up in here, somewhere right up in there. There's one, and the other one's right here. So those are, it looks like 8 frame bolts. So I'll put the jack up under the front right here somewhere, so that I can hold this jack on the front and that jack on the transmission, and then I'll lower it down. Maybe I should actually move that jack up here because it's wider and it could spread across there and keep it from tipping. So that's what I'll do. That sounds like a better idea anyways. Almost forgot, I gotta disconnect the shifter mechanism on the back here. So it's right there. Looks like I got a bolt right there that can come out, or maybe it's got that shroud holding the front part together, so it might be easier just to take that bolt, that one bolt off, and undo the plastic clip right there. So that looks like a 12mm. This camera screen is so small I can hardly tell what I'm looking at. Wonder why they made that 2 inches long. Okay. I think that's right. So now that should be ready to lower down. So the back bolt on there is a 17mm. And then the rest of them are 19s. Oh, that was wrong. So that only dropped down a little ways. So wonder if there's something hanging it up. Weird. This bolt over here has a really long tip on it. Wonder why that is. Is that supposed to break off or something? I don't know. But I guess I gotta undo this one with a ratchet. That's not fun. Well, not a ratchet, a end wrench. How dumb. Okay. Oops. And there's one of those on the other side too. Now I'll start lowering this down a little bit and see what happens. See what I missed. So this right side seems to be going down better than the left side. Let me pry on it a little bit and see if I can move it. Might be the steering arm. There we go. So the bolt has a groove on the thing, on the shaft, so that it can't pull out unless the bolt is out. So now I got it down a little farther. You gotta take off the intake tube. Let's see if you can see that. The intake tube is catching on the frame, so I just gotta unscrew that and pull it off of there. I think the knuckle on the steering arm or rod is going to get caught up on there, so I got to take that off. Let's see if it goes down anymore now. It is. Yep, it got hung up on that thing just like I thought it would. So right in there, the steering arm is caught on that coolant tube, so I gotta take out the little 10mm bolts right there. Can't pull it forward. The steering arms might go back, really. I guess I could try and take this piece all the way off. Jack it up a little bit. Luckily that hose clamp is twisted backwards. If you can find one, get one of these hose tools, because they're easy for going in from behind a hose and loosening it off the tube. And you can't get to the front very well. Here's some more water for you. Ouch. Okay. I don't see anything connected. That's all the way down. So it's a little high for this piece. So I gotta somehow jack it up some more in the front to get this off of there. Because if you can tell, that bar right there is a little bit lower than that stuff on top of the engine, so you won't be able to pull it out easily. So I gotta jack the car up on those jack stands a little higher. Okay, now I got the car up a little higher, so it should be, that bar right there should be above the engine, everything. And I don't see anything else connected, so I'm ready to slide this out. There we go, got that out. Now for the back. I'll have to go take a look and then I'll show you what's going on back there. Here's this unit. So the engine, transmission, front suspension, and subframe all in one piece. And once I get the back out, I'll connect the back up to it, put the drive shaft in so it doesn't leak. And then I'll put the tires on and have a semi-rolling chassis. I'll have to figure out how to steer it, but I might be able to just twist the tires. So be back in a second.